The War is Over, the Stonehouse Series, Chapter 17. Where are those two going? Lazarus hasn't been out of the tomb 5 minutes, and they leave. What for? I don't get it. Emil, those two, they're leaving. Who are they, and why go now? I don't get it. Turning towards Jerusalem to answer Ben's question, Emil grunted his reply. Those two, Janus and Jambres, pitiful examples of humanity. They are probably going back to report in. What? They're spies. Spies? Oh, come on now, spies? Emil, really? At a funeral? What for? Who would do that? This ain't no funeral anymore. Mary got herself up out of the dirt, wiping some grime off her face with her robe sleeve. Cautiously, slowly, she moved towards her brother as Ben put his outer robe over Lazarus' shoulders. I'm going to follow them. I can do better than that. I can tell you where they're going. You can get in front of them, run, and arrive there first. Hide, and then you can hear what they have to say. No way. Yes way. King Solomon's stables, under Solomon's porch, across from the temple. Seen 'em go in there before, with 3 in particular. Korah, Dathan, and Abraham. Chief priests from Jerusalem, expounders of the law. Lawyers. Disgusting lot. What if they go somewhere else? We'll miss them. I'll track them from this side. That way one of us is bound to hear them. Okay, let's go. 20 minutes later, and Ben was making his way, torch in hand, through a stone archways under Solomon's porch, hallways and small rooms, each being maybe 20 feet square. I hope you're right, Emil. There's only one active traffic path through this place. Everything else is covered with cobwebs and fat spiders. Ben was in his hiding place, with the torch doused only minutes before he heard the first swishy sound of sandal leather on cobblestones with the gravel. 3 new torches were set in iron sockets, anchored to the stone wall by 3 chief priests, Jerusalem's lawyers. Korah, Dathan, and Abram had arrived. The 2 funeral spies, Janus and Jambres, appeared from the opposite direction and set one more torch in a wall socket. We went there just as you told us to, Janus said, glancing around the apparently empty room. We told everyone what a counterfeit that Jesus really is. Priest Korah agreed. He's just a traveling troublemaker. Just a traveling troublemaker, dittoed Priest Dathan, listening as more approached on cobblestones. He abandoned Lazarus there to die. I mean, if Jesus actually healed a man born blind, then surely he could have kept Lazarus from dying. Well, of course that's true, agreed Priest Abram. But he let Lazarus die. Too bad. So is there a problem? Well, we stayed there 4 days before Jesus ever showed up. 4 days, that's plenty of time for someone to get someplace. Priest Dathan pointed out. And besides, after that long, the body of Lazarus would have been infested with maggots, and it would stink something awful. It did stink something terrible, recounted Jambres. When they rolled the stone away, the smell that oozed out made my eyes water. Oh, he stank. From Jerusalem's temple, the high priest Caiaphas entered through the room's single archway entrance. What? Demanded Priest Abraham. What do you mean they rolled the stone away? On whose authority? Does that man have no respect at all for the dead? We could charge him for any number of laws which he has broken." Well, stammered Janice. "Actually, Martha, Lazarus' sister, she gave the order to move the stone." "They had better put it back," declared Priest Cora. Yes, they did put it back," sputtered Janice. "But Lazarus came out first." This got the attention of the high priest Caiaphas, who never took part in trivial conversations. "What do you mean, but Lazarus came out first?" Janice explained. They rolled the stone away, and then Jesus told Lazarus to come out. And he just sort of shuffled his way out of the cave, still wrapped in all that stuff, but he didn't stink no more. It was that Jesus who did it. It's his fault." It looked like High Priest Caiaphas was going to have a fit. No, we can't have this happen. Do you have any idea the consequences if people find out about this? Do you have any idea at all? The Romans, that's what will happen. The people will follow after Jesus. We'll lose our control over the people, and they will start to think for themselves. And the Romans will blame us. Priest Abraham added, "If he only had done this once, it wouldn't be so bad. But he persists in doing things like this over and over again." "We must put a stop to this," High Priest Caiaphas shouted, "and we must put a stop to it now." Priest Dathan agreed. "Yes, we must. For the good of the people, we must stop this. If we don't do something, then the Romans will come and take our place and our nation." Flickering torchlight bounced from face to face as the 6 men continued in their heated conversation. Ben listened closely, horrified. How wicked can they be? "We always and forever have watched for the Messiah, and now he is here. This is a good thing, not a bad." Priest Abram identified, "For the good of the people, they need us to lead them. That fly-by-night Jesus just wanders around all over. If people follow him, the people will wander all over." Priest Cora wondered, "If people follow him, they might give Jesus our money. We can't have them give their money to him. He would just waste it. This is where the temple is. We know what to do with our money." Ben's mind reeled. "You would trade in our Messiah for money? For power? Have you gone mad?" "You people know nothing at all," declared the high priest Caiaphas. "Don't you know that it's more needful for one man to die than for an entire nation to perish? We will kill him to save the nation." "And what about Lazarus?" asked Jambres, perplexed. "Should we kill him too?" High priest Caiaphas said, "That's an excellent idea. Kill Lazarus too." "Both of them?" asked Janice, somewhat stunned. Ben thought of jumping out and cutting them to pieces with a sword, but he didn't have one. "Caiaphas, are you God's high priest? Your office, people trust you because of where you stand, but are you gone mad?" Priest Dathan said, "What's the matter with you, you little whiner? Do you have no stomach at all?" "Gentlemen," said High Priest Caiaphas, "I have seen this kind of thing before. Someone dies, gets raised from the dead, and people start asking them questions. Questions like, where were you? And what did you see? And what did you learn? He will confuse the people, so for their sake, we must also kill Lazarus." "Kill them both," questioned Janice. The people would quit following you if they thought you had something to do with killing Jesus and Lazarus. We won't be the ones who kill him, mused the high priest. What? Then who will kill them? High priest Caiaphas said, we will get the fanatical people that follow him to kill them. And how will we do that? With words, said High Priest Caiaphas. With Jesus' own words. How did he say it? You steer a big boat with words, or something like that? But we will take some of his own words and steer the people against him. They will kill him, and we will just help them do what they want. And then, when they were gone, Ben sat in total darkness. No light, no torch, no flint to kindle flame. Ben slumped in his hiding place. Ben's head pounded. His mind, it blurred with anguish. How could they be so wickedly corrupt? Lord God, my God, help me. How? How can we stop their putrid plan? From the center of the soul, 6 spirits war with weapons grown in rose, grape, and plum tree plots. Savored the crowned achievements of their lives. A collectively developed creation enhanced through malicious guidance of plant characteristics and grafting technology, a cut and a slice here and a grafted thorn there, twisted a truth, planted a lie, add some fear, mix a dash of greed, and what do we have? A magnificent grapevine with leaves as big as 2 hands placed together, fruit protected by guardian thorns so long and strong one could enter through your palm and exit out the other side. For our King, we will weave some for a crown.